This video is sponsored by my Patreon. Check the link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon and join. You get all my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. Check the link down below. Join now. Let's get into the video. We had another red day today, guys. We had the S&P 500 down 0.4%. We had the Russell down 1.2%. We had the NASDAQ down 1.1% as the Dow Jones ended up breaking even. So today we got to break it down. We have to go over some stocks, some charts, my thoughts on the market. So hit the like button, subscribe. Get your 2 stocks from Webull and your $50 from M1 Finance. Link down below. Literally free money. Get your money, guys. Link down below, and let's get right into the video. So take a look, guys. SPY ended up closing under the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart today, and as long as it's under 470, guys, this is going to be in a range where I feel like bears have the momentum, and let me explain why. Under 470, where under previous levels of resistance, which when we were above 470, those were support levels, right? So under 470, we're trading under a key support. And it seems like every time we've gotten under 470 over the past couple of weeks, take a look at this. Ever since the beginning of November, we've seen selling pressure towards the mid-60s to the low 460s, right? And now we're in the mid-460s as we got under 470, essentially having history repeat itself. And the fact that we closed under the 180 moving average here, like I said on the 4-hour chart, this might see some more red. We have some upcoming support levels, one at 460, which was the double bottom low from the middle of December. That could be where we go in the short term here. And let's say 460 breaks, we might be going down to 450 flat. If you guys take a look, we haven't gotten under 450 in the past couple of months. The last time we were around 450 under it was back in the middle of October. So if we do break under 460, you bet you know what, the next gap down would be to 450. So keep your eyes on SPY here as we're in a territory that, in my opinion, the bears have the momentum, and we could be going a lot lower here in the short term. And of course, I'd love to know your thoughts. Drop me a comment. And when it comes to Triple Q, guys, this one's already at the lows from a couple of weeks ago. You guys can see we're testing 380, 378 right now, which was the bottom early in December and in the middle towards the end of December. So if this breaks under 378, hence why I have my alert at 378, mark is at or below, this is probably going to start going, let's see here, what other big levels do we have? Probably 475. That's going to be the next gap to go on the downside. And if 475 breaks, this might be going 465, maybe 468. So be mindful, guys. The bears are in control right now, and we have to see some momentum from the bulls to change my mind. And that's just the bottom line. So what do you think? Drop me a comment down below. And before I forget, actually, let's go over the jobs report. The jobs report today came out, showed that the U.S. added 199,000 jobs in December, well below the 422,000 expected. And if you guys didn't know, in 2021, the U.S. added a record number of jobs. And to me, that's a little bit, it's a little bit misleading, because in 2020, the year before that, we lost a lot of jobs. So in 2021, yes, we might have gained a record number of jobs, but a lot of those jobs were just jobs that were lost in 2020 that were coming back. So it's not like we added a record number of jobs. Like, these jobs are brand new, or at least the way I'm interpreting it, right? So let me know your thoughts. But I think that's a little bit misleading. And the jobless rate fell to 3.9%. And what's interesting here, guys, is the latest jobs report showed that the average hourly wages increased 4.7% in December from a year earlier, well above wage growth of roughly 3% before the pandemic, and adding to historically high inflation. So right now, the inflation is very high. We have numbers at around 7-8%, and some people say it's even higher than that, which I tend to agree with those people. You know, CPI is calculated a little bit differently these days than it was decades ago, and a lot of things are not even included in the CPI. So I think inflation's higher, and the fact that hourly wages increased by just 4.7% in December. That is not even up to what inflation is. Inflation in December, well, we don't know that number yet, but in November, it was pretty high, very high. So, and I could tell you it was higher than 4.7%. So essentially, you gaining 4.7% in wages, it's a lot lower than the rate of inflation, which is not good at all. So with that being said, guys, again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Let's talk about now some stocks that I'm looking at. Number one is ticker symbol DISCK. This is Discovery Inc. This stock went up 17% today. Very good day for Discovery. And I believe they had a buy rating. Yeah, it was Bank of America today upgraded Discovery to a buy, and the pending merger with Warner Media could create a true rival to Netflix and Disney Plus in the streaming space, Bank of America said, and I tend to agree with that. And I believe AT&T did very well today as well. Very well for AT&T standards. This one up about 2.74, and I do believe they have their hand in this deal. I think they own, I hope I'm not butchering this, but I think they own Warner Media, which is good. So we're going to be seeing how AT&T does in the short term here. I want to see if this momentum in Discovery, which has a super long ticker symbol, 5 letters. Well, I guess that's not that bad. I want to see if this momentum continues. We clearly broke out of the high point from the middle of November, and we're pretty overbought now. So maybe we do get a bit of a retracement, profit taking, maybe towards $27.50, $27. That could be a nice entry on the dip. So I think Discovery is worth watching here, no doubt. Ticker symbol LUMN is another one, Lumen Technologies. This one broke out of the ascending triangle today, and we also proved that this wasn't head and shoulders forming. Look at this, guys. We had a left shoulder right here. We had the head right here, and the fact that we're now taking out the neckline, which the neckline was at about 1345, 1350, that is a good sign that the ascending triangle is playing out, and we're trying to fill the gap up to about 1450, which was the high point from the beginning of November. So this is good. The fact that we broke the neckline, we're ripping. I think there could be more upside here in Lumen Technologies. CTRA is another stock I'm looking at, ticker symbol CTRA, Coterra Energy. This one's breaking out slowly but surely of this downwards channel that it's been in since, let's see here, the beginning of October. You guys can see we went from $23.50 down to about $19 just about a week ago. We hit $19, and now we've been ripping since then. We're above 20. We're breaking the moving averages. Now we're breaking the wedge. We're trading at multi-week highs. So at this point, or not the wedge rather, excuse me, breaking the channel, and now we're trading again, like I said, at multi-week highs. So I think this could be going higher, whether it's 23, 23.50. I think it is going to test the highs from recently here. You guys can see from a couple of weeks ago. So keep your eyes on CTRA. Travelers, what's this stock called? TRV Travelers Companies. That's right. We called this out yesterday, did we not? Or maybe the day before, I forget. Either way, we called it out recently, and I mentioned to you guys, look, ascending triangle on the 3-year chart. You guys can see it, and on the yearly chart. And I mentioned to you guys, look, if we break above 163, 165, it's going to go bananas. And that's what happened today, guys. The stock went up $4, up 2.4%, and we hit an all-time high. And by the looks of it, there could be more upside here in the short term, as again, we're seeing the ascending triangle play out. We're seeing that momentum, and we have earnings coming up here in about a week and a half, more like 2 weeks, and that could easily send the stock higher or lower, which we don't know what's going to happen. But the fact that we are seeing momentum now, we're breaking out, that is a very good sign. And I'm looking at Walmart to see if this one starts breaking out as well. It is showing slight, small, little teeny tiny signs here that we are starting to break out. We're above the moving averages. We're noticing a golden cross, but we're not quite yet out of this critical resistance that is around 145. 145 has been a sticking point dating back a week, which is really not that bad. Even earlier in December, mid-December, we struggled at about 146. So in my opinion, we got to clear 146.50. That being the high for mid-December. If I put my alert there, well, I am going to put my alert there. I'm going to be watching this, guys. If we clear above 147, I'm just going to put my alert at 147. If we go back to the 4-hour chart, we're probably going to start moving towards 155 again. And now that I'm looking at this time frame, 147.46 was also resistance in the end of November. So it needs to get out of there, guys. And at that point, I'm confident Walmart will be going back to the mid 150s or low 150s at least. Another one I'm looking at is good old Verizon, ticker symbol VZ. Let's pop it up. This one up 2% today, up over $1.10, and this one's ripping above the moving averages. And I noticed the same thing with AT&T. Both of these stocks are finally starting to break out of the multi-month downtrend. And it's kind of funny, right? These stocks are more value-oriented, no doubt about it. There's not a ton of growth. They pay nice dividends. It's kind of funny, right? We're seeing a lot of these growth stocks getting hit. Money is probably rotating out of them into stocks like Verizon, into the more value names like AT&T for some yield, for a quote-unquote safer stock as the Fed is now being a lot more hawkish, right? So this is interesting. We've seen this trend, the breakout, occur since the middle of December, when a lot of people were probably tax loss harvesting. Well, they were tax loss harvesting. Maybe they took some money and started flooding it into Verizon, maybe AT&T, maybe stocks like Intel, which I personally own. All you guys in my Patreon know, you get all my moves, right? So this is interesting. We're seeing a bit of a shift. It's not a complete shift where everyone's rushing out of growth, but we are seeing a slight shift. So I want to see in the short term if Verizon, my short-term target's about 56.30. Let's see if we can get there. That was resistance. When was that resistance? Middle of August. So now that we're trading past the highs or right around the highs from the beginning of October, I'm going to put my alert at $55. If we start getting out of there, this is going to gain momentum. So keep your eyes on Verizon for sure, guys. I'm loving this shift in trend. And the last one is NetEase. Take a look at this, NTES. Let me pop it up, guys. This one's trading in a wedge on the 4-hour chart where we went up 2.5% today, and we're not picking direction quite yet. We're not breaking out. We're not breaking down. We're pretty much squeezing deeper into the wedge. And what I'm looking for is, you guessed it, direction. So I'm going to put my alert at 105 on NetEase. If it starts ripping out of that point, we break the wedge, we crack above the 180 moving average, there's probably going to be momentum towards 120 again, which was the peak back in, let's see here, end of May. Also beginning towards the middle of November. So watch out for the breakout on NetEase, and it could easily go the other direction as well. We just don't know quite yet. We're lacking direction, which is why we have to be patient. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Hope you all had a great week. I appreciate all of you guys watching my videos. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment. I really appreciate you guys. I can't say it enough. And if you all want to join my Patreon, check it out. Link down below. Or you can go to StockSurfest.com/Patreon. I post all my buys, sells, call outs. I post morning update videos that are exclusive to the top tier patron members. I post those every day throughout the week, and you have more access to me throughout the day as well. So check out the Patreon link down below. Make sure to also get your 2 stocks from Webull with any deposit. Use that link, deposit any amount of money. We each get 2 stocks, and you guys can get $50 from M1 Finance. Use my link, deposit $100 with M1 Finance. We get some free money. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll pop a video up here, by the way. Check it out. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace out.